Yeah, well, I guess you have to check them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. Oh wait, hold on. We live because you missed the cue last time. I'm looking to get one of those on the wall ones where it just flicks red as soon as we're live, just visually. So
I don't know how it works like that. I don't know how it knows when you're live. I think you gotta flick it.
I would literally just like flick over here, just like oh shit, it's out of reach. My bad, my bad, man. It's out of reach.
Day, like, why ain't all things turned on by your feet?
All things turned on by feet. Oh, sinks. What do you mean?
Like you press why wouldn't like the handle just be your foot at the bottom?
You gotta run a valve all the way down to your foot.
You run one all the way to the top of the sink for water.
Because water already comes out the top. So
don't. I mean, what I'm saying is you don't have to have the control right there, right? You just got the water, and instead of think about how many different models they've made of those hand things. They can't figure it out. They've got the ones where you turn and they stay on, but people flood them and leave them on. Then they got the ones that you push down and come up, but they always get weak over time. Next thing you know, you get like 1 second of water time. They've got, the ones that are automatic underneath, but sometimes you're hovering for a couple of times before you get on the action.
Just like,
come on.
Where you at? Where you at?
And you're like, it don't work. And when you move on, someone comes up and makes it work. And then you look like the idiot in the bathroom, okay? You're suffering your time. Why not you just come up, you stand on something, water. Seems so simple.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
And you don't got to use your hands.
But again, you got to run valves that would, activate that.
But it defeats the purpose. If I got to wash my hands and I have to turn off a knob, I'm touching something right away. I'm touching that 1 million people touch today.
I feel you.
But it defeats the whole purpose right away.
But I have so much more work to do to get you those fucking 2-foot pedals for your goddamn water, bro.
It seems so much easier.
Yeah, it does seem easier, but I mean, like, come on.
It don't even gotta be a pedal. It can literally just be like a weight thing, or it's just like weight on here, water.
I'm just saying, you got a lot more work to do, bro. You gotta think about the work you gotta do to get a pedal down there.
Maybe you wouldn't have a coronavirus.
Activates you.
All I'm saying is people are washing their hands, then they're touching something. Right, like think about if you go to White Marsh Mall, you wash your hands. As soon as you turn off the water, you're already dirty again.
Right.
Your hands soaked, and then you go and open the door. Now you're really dirty. Gotcha. Your hands as dirty as it was dirtier than when you came in there.
That's very. I get you, man. I get you, but I mean, like, if everyone's washing their hands, then the handle should be clean because everyone's touching them with clean hands.
but with the sink, you have to initially touch it with dirty hands to turn it on. That's my whole argument. You shouldn't have to touch nothing with your hands if you're washing them.
I got you, man.
You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe you need to put more time in this plan and, really solve something.
Well, I've had a lot of problems with that. I can go to my next step that I have with bathrooms where it's like, I feel like air dryers might be the biggest gimmick invention of all time.
Oh, yeah, that's proven. It
doesn't make any sense.
That's proven, yeah.
But all I'm saying is, why did nobody think, where's the water going to go? It's not an evaporator.
No.
It's a blow dryer. It blows it off of you.
Exactly.
And then usually right underneath of the air dryer is what? A big ass sick pile of water.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Imagine. It's so bad, bro.
I remember they tried to fix it when you had the ones where like you stuck your hands in and the air would blow from the sides.
It comes out the sides.
Well, same thing. It goes somewhere.
Yeah.
It just blows all over the fucking place.
You remember when Mythbusters did the thing on them? They showed that like it just blows the germs everywhere, really.
Yeah.
It just blows the germs.
Makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because like even though it comes out a little bit of warm, they did it at a point where like it could never burn anybody. Yeah. That's where it becomes extremely ineffective. Like come on.
And all I'm saying is it seems like the entire public bathroom industry needs to be remade.
Or we just need to do Japanese style,
What's Japanese style?
Where everyone just, is not a fucking dirty piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
is there 350 million of them?
Again, no. And I get that.
So it's so hard to do a comparison like that where you bash your own countries that's dealing with 10 times the problems. Isn't it so easy to say?
That's the population. But I mean, come on, bro. We're talking about the same people who we have dudes who piss from 10 feet back. I mean,
you've seen that one time in your life, dude. You seen that one time in your life?
Listen. You've been in a dude's bathroom. It seems like everyone pees 10 feet back. I mean, come on.
For some, bro, I've seen people do fucked up shit that ain't even funny, bro. Like, I noticed one kid that would, like when we went to the bar, he would, like, purposely piss and, like, call it rain shower and shit, purposely miss the toilet. I was like, what a fucking dickhead.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, people would just be fucking pissing all over this fucking bitch, yo. They don't be giving a fuck, man. Like,
I gotta clean it.
I understand we have so many more people. But like when it looks to basic shit, it's like pissing in the toilet, not on it, around it. You know what I'm saying? People shit on toilet seats or the side of the toilet or what the fuck ever. and we think like sink handles are gonna be like solve this problem. Like, no, people are just dirty, man. Literally, we are just dirty as fuck. Come on, it's a huge thing. You won't ever go in a gas station bathroom.
Dirty? You really think we're dirty?
Why won't you go in a gas station bathroom?
Because it's not well maintained. It could be.
It is. Well, why would I maintain this when a trucker just comes and blows his ass out everywhere?
Dog, all I'm saying is if you give some illegal 45-year-old Mexican woman of Aztec descent that one singular job to clean that toilet, will it not be sparkling every day?
I get you.
It will be, bro.
I get you, man.
It will be.
I get you. But
there's a way.
You may walk in at the point where like that trucker just blew his ass out. I mean, like I said, man, people are dirty. They don't have respect for people who do jobs like that, and we see it because people just piss anywhere. It's a fucking fact.
That's funny because
any bathroom.
It's funny that we brought this up because this actually was an argument at my job today.
Bathrooms?
This guy overflowed the bathroom. It's the second time he did it, taking shits. And like the guy that cleans the bathrooms, like arguing with him. He's like, "You shit potatoes." It's a huge shit potatoes. He's like, dude. He's like, do you not know how to shit? He's like, you flush, then you shit, then you flush, then you shit. You toilet paper, you flush, you toilet paper, you flush. He's like, you just shit. Then you put all your toilet paper in there, then you don't even flush it because it's just like, because he's like, he was telling the guy, he's like, I don't think I should flush it. And then the guy's like, no wonder you shouldn't flush it because you just knocked it full of shit. You're supposed to flush as you go.
Shit and toilet paper.
Yeah. So then this one guy comes up and just thinks he knows it all, fucking presses it, and like it looks like it's gonna like all go down, you know, like look good for him. And he said it just like pumped right back up, just overflowed everywhere, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't say. I mean, like,
dog. All I know is there's sometimes I'm in this bathroom, I go in there, I'll be taking a piss. I'm just like, yo, bro, there's some foul smells, dog. People like are eating some bad shit, bro. Because I knew like the worst shit I ever took don't smell like these guys' average shits.
That, and I'm thinking, I'm just like, you shouldn't be shitting these potatoes like that. And then, you know what I mean? Like,
they said the plunger wasn't even working.
Like, I mean, like,
they had to use a coat hanger.
Like I'm saying, like, if it's, oh my god, I'm quitting. I'm not doing this with this guy, man. Like, if you don't clean out your own toilet and plunge your own shit, I'm done. I'm just fucking done with this guy, man. Like,
well, I mean, they gave him a plunger, you know, but that just, like I said, he ended up overflowing. And at that point, it's like he works on the truck, so this guy's job's to clean it. You know, at this point, he has to clean up. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck you. I'm good.
I mean, the thing about the guy is he really doesn't care. You know, he's been there a long time. He makes a nice fat amount. He can't work out there anymore.
Give a fuck.
He's supposed to clean the toilets. And he's just like, all right, I'll do it, I guess, you know. He's making good money.
Yeah, I'm good.
How much? How much would it cost out?
All right, man.
For you to do that?
I'm good.
Like $30 an hour does that for you. Come on.
Nah, it doesn't.
$30 an hour? You give me dental?
That's not too much of a... I'm all right, man. My job doesn't seem so bad now at the pay rate I'm at. It's like... Maybe give me some 35. I don't know, man. Get up there. It's just tough, man.
Like I said, I'll just pay some Aztec woman.
And that's fine, man. That's fine. I'll continue my life not cleaning up shit. And she can make some bank. And she can make bank, bro. I mean, there's like, you got this dude with these potato shits not giving a fuck. I mean, it's like
$30 an hour. I'm just going, you know what? This is a nice fat raise. We'll take it. We're doing what we got to do for a year. Or stack up. We have to do it for another 3-5 months. And we're getting out of here.
I mean, that's one thing. Like, I've always had like a pretty weak stomach when it's come to stuff like that too.
Bro, me too, dog.
So like, I don't. I also don't think like I think I'd be absolutely like miserable. Like,
yeah, you're making a lot of good points.
Like, I think like if I was to get demoted like $4 out of my current pay, I would probably feel at that point how I would feel about doing that for a while. You know, where I'm just like, yeah, just not. Man, just I don't know, man. It's just a little too much for me. You know, just not enough money. It have to be some good. But double my money, I might think about it because I'm going to be miserable every day. I'm not going to look forward to work at all.
I hear your argument, but not every day is going to be that, right? I mean,
every day contains the unknown.
But not every day is going to be overflowing shit.
No, but
I didn't say you work at the mall or something.
But this is the thing. It's the unknown. You don't know what your day contains. It could contain a quiet day, or it could be massive shits one after another. You don't know.
You're hoping maybe that happens once.
You come into work the day after Cinco de Mayo, where people just down Mexican food for a weekend, and you're just like,
oh, you got to be smart, bro. If you're here to cash out, then that's when you put everything on there besides the urinals. You put yellow tape on there at their Cinco de Mayo, bro. May 6th, right? Isn't that what it is?
May 5th.
May 5th. Yeah. So May 6th, you just caution tape off the front and act like those are down for maintenance. You got to play your cards, you know.
Well, there's probably a toilet up somewhere, you know.
I don't clean those ones.
You do off all those toilets? Like,
I do not clean those ones. Those are upstairs toilets.
It's come down to this, like, Mike, with the other ones, with the other ones locked down, we need backup down this floor. We need backup. We got two overflowing shits. And you thought their day was all gonna be quiet. You got dude puking in the sink, hungover, overflowing shits from all them tacos and quesadillas they ate. No man should eat that much cheese. I'm just saying, man. His shits were in that toilet like glue. Like, come the fuck on, buddy. I'm all right.
35 gets it done.
I think so, man. At that point, I'm just like, I feel a little stupid. I'm just like, I think I can suck it up and, you know,
it's a pride thing.
Put myself, it's a pride thing, but to put myself in a better position, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna just like YOLO every check and just fucking go to the casino or some shit and just be like, look,
that's how you're doing it.
Let it ride on red, and I just hope I get the fuck out of here. I don't know, man.
Clean toilets for a long time.
You know, man.
$35 an hour, yo. I feel like in 18 months I could stack 10 grand easy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you, man. I feel
you. Meanwhile, you're just gonna be showing me you hemorrhaging tendies down in it casino live.
I'm gonna be fucking. I was like, look,
all in the market,
all in black. I got a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
I'm gonna go black 2 weeks. I'm gonna go red 1 week, and then I'm gonna come back black for 2 more weeks, and go red for 4 weeks, and just fuck it. I don't know.
My boy was telling me how there's like this one guy that's like famous down Horseshoe. Like he comes in at like 4 or 5 a.m. like fucking Yakuza. Like he got, you know, he's blacked out. He's got the silver fucking briefcase, and he'll go to the craps table and he'll just bet on other people. He'll just do side bets on craps, 10 grand a bet. And just, they say he does it once a month. He just comes up there and balls out. I'm like, who is this mysterious guy? Who is this?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he never plays the games. He just makes a side bet.
It's Mike Phelps. He's covered up.
Robert, I just like to think about some of the people that go down there. You know, I mean, like, casinos attract people.
That's what Phelps goes there.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he got caught on that casino. I mean, right there.
Yeah,
in the tunnel they got.
He's on the way to casino. Special areas for people like that.
I know, I work in them. Yeah. I'll be back there. It's a beautiful poker table.
I bet, man.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to sit down there.
They've got everything, too, like blackjack. They've got a bar.
I'm just thinking, like, I'd love to sit down there and play my friends for 20. Like,
they said he plays, I think it's like 1,000 a hand or something.
See, man, like, that's cool, man. I have a couple friends who go down. They'll go down with like $200 like every 2 weeks or so, and just, you know, some days he comes back with 8. Some days he loses all 200. Some days he makes 4. You know,
make me think about a lot of betting, and that led me to one thing that I just need to say. It's the fact that I do not care if this entire world burns from this fucking virus. Okay, everyone can go.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna ask you, bro.
You could do whatever you want. You could cancel every fucking artist you want, every event possible, every fight you want to, except for that fucking Tony Khabib fight.
Yeah.
And if they fucking touch it, I swear to God, America, you have a fucking domestic terrorism on your hands, the likes of which have never been seen before. I will burn this fucking place to the ground.
I mean, in all seriousness, that's 3 weeks out. Actually, no, it's like a good solid 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks out.
Do not touch my fight. I don't care if they want to cancel every other fight on the card. I don't care what they have to do. It can literally be on a fucking yacht in the middle of the ocean. It could be in fucking Saudi Arabia.
One thing that's looking
good.
Could
be on a plane. I don't give a fuck.
That's what they said was that, like, you know,
fight
it's gonna happen.
To happen.
It says it's gonna happen, even if it meant relocating where it's held at. You know, so I think it's gonna go down regardless of what happens. I mean, as of right now, WWE WrestleMania, that's still on. They moved it to the Performance Center in Orlando.
There's no fans.
No fans, nothing. Yep.
Bro, that was weird watching UFC with no fans, dog. Like, you hear things you never
You should
heard.
see WWE without fans. That shit's fucking weird. You got Edge in the middle doing a fucking monologue, and there's no one around. It's just like, what the fuck is going on right now, bro?
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
You know?
But on the fighting thing, it's like you never heard the corners like that. Like, it's literally like two corners competing,
bro.
You get what I'm saying?
Same thing. Like, well, I watched. There was a couple soccer games I watched that didn't have no fans, and you're hearing the players talk on the field. Man. It's
bro.
Like, they don't have mic'd up shit where, like, you hear players communicate with each other on the field. You know?
Nah, I never heard shit like I heard.
Yeah, it's super.
Especially when people hit the ground, bro. Like when Gilbert Burns dropped Damian Maya with that left hook, yo. You heard his head hit the ground, yo, like you never heard before on TV, yo. His shit was like, and the echo just like was through the TV, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, they're very weird settings, man. And it changes the energy so
It changed the whole fight.
Bro.
It's such a weird fight because it's like, you're just like, Khabib's corner is like, take him down. You get him down, and then like, he's like, go to the left for the arm triangle, go for arm triangle. And then Fergie's guys hears like Khabib's guys saying, he's like, he's going for the arm triangle, roll out. Like, it's like corner work is so important in that.
Yeah, it's so
because you
weird,
can hear
man.
them so clearly.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, like, to equate it to something I'm familiar with, like, like when they were playing the soccer match. I mean, like, like there's one dude he's cutting down and he's calling out to the other guy with it. He's like, Iga. And he immediately gets covered, bro, because he's just like, you can hear him, like, just like,
right.
Just like, he's like, Iga. It's just like you literally hear them.
Well, you can't change the passion. It was the same thing, like, when,
exactly, man.
With the UFC, when these guys won, they still are just like, they're looking at the crowd. They're not at their corner.
Yeah, they're
not at the other people's corner. They're looking at the crowd as if the crowd was there. Like, there's just no one there.
So I mean, like, from my understanding, with the whole thing that's going on with the virus currently, is that at the rate of infection we're at, we're faster than Italy. Especially when you look at certain centers where it's hitting hard, like
times 10 the population.
That's what makes it worse, though. But this is the thing: when we equate things with equivalent population to Italy, centers like New York, California, the infection rates we've seen in those areas have been more than what Italy has done.
Take who you want.
Don't cancel fights.
Do not take my fight. My fight. I don't care about fights. I don't care about no fights. I care about fight.
So what I think will happen with it, bro, I think it will be moved to
April 19th.
A UFC Performance Center or something or other. Well, some location they have, it would be private, no fans, pay-per-view style still going on. Because I don't imagine that I think they're going to go through a WrestleMania. That's what it seems like.
Do you know this fight's been booked 5 times?
Mm-hmm. Oh, bro,
understand. This is the 5th time.
I've been your friend for a while now, Mike.
If this fight doesn't happen, bro, I just can't see how you could make a fight for a 6th time. Like that's just so crazy. 5 times is insane.
I feel like I've heard you say this. Where like on the 3rd time, there's like, if you reschedule this fucking fight, I don't see you doing a 4th schedule.
But you see how bad they want the fight. How far can we go?
I'm just sitting
there.
there.
Eventually, where you're just like, I'm tired of signing this contract.
Or like you said, you probably said it at the 4th time you reschedule. You're just like, the 5th time, Steve. I don't see them doing a 5th scheduling of this fight ever. It's like they do it again. I don't see they doing a 6th time.
It cannot be postponed.
I think it will go through. I really do think it will go through. You know.
You want to know the big reason why they want to get that fight through, and they canceled the other ones?
Specifically, Tony Khabib. Why is that?
Because they're in the business of making money. And that's a great fight, right? That everybody wants to see, all the real fans. But who does everybody else want to see? Good old-fashioned Conor McNugget. And he fights the winner. So they need that fight to get done for Conor to come back. So that's why he wants that fight done, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. So that fight, I feel like, has a good chance because of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I see it happening. I really do see it going through. Private location, no fans.
It's crazy to think about that fight because, like, part of me wants to go just get the biggest crowd of people ever, you know, and just have so much fun.
The worst thing that could happen is if anyone on that card tests positive. That's what you need to avoid.
Don't even test them.
Don't even test. Don't
even test.
All you need is, I think all you need is one fighter or particular corners, officials, or anything. Bruce Buffer test positive, it's done. Dana White test positive, is done. Like, I don't know, man. I think it has a good chance of going on. Just like I think WrestleMania still has a good chance of going on. You know what I'm saying?
WrestleMania is happening.
You know?
WrestleMania is definitely happening.
I mean, and no, it's unless the county comes out and just like, look, no, this is just can't. You just can't do this. This is just quarantine. That's it. You know?
Like you said, it's already weird.
I mean, that's what the government officials have said is that, like, they said if they continue on with it, they will take the steps necessary for them to cancel it.
I just want to watch the fight, like in the bathroom, you know, with the TV, and just like lock the bathroom with my wine, some beers, and just no one around.
Just watch that.
And just watch that fight right there, you know, and just say nothing for 25 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
But a part of me also wants to scream in people's faces because I'm taking all bets.
Yeah.
I've already got one with you.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
I got Tony.
I am taking.
I mean, I got Khabib.
Yeah.
I got Khabib. What's up?
I'm taking all bets. 20 is my max limit. The pitcher taking a lot of them.
He's be bankrupt by that time.
20, I'm going all in. I wish sports betting was legal here, bro. I would 100% put a paycheck on Tony. That's the chance. Depending on the odds, you know, you got to get the odds right.
Well, yeah, of course, because I mean.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, if you give me, if it's basically they make it like a pick'em fight, you know what I mean? Which is like even odds on both.
Yeah.
You don't really make no money because
Exactly,
there's no underdog.
The money you're gambling versus what you get in return.
You need Tony to be a good underdog, which he might not be with Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
might count it as too close to even really make money. At that point, that's when they call you got to make some money on it. That's what I've been learning about sports gambling, bro. But it's like when you realize there ain't a lot of money to be in that, well, then you got to figure out, well, what's going to happen in the fight then? Is it going to go to a decision? Then that's what you want to bet on.
Yeah,
you know?
I got you.
Tony's going to win by KO, bet on that. You know, whatever you think. That's how you make your money.
It's funny, man. This is like, you do so good on this bitch, bro. You would do so good out here, man. Like, you just have an act for that, you know?
For gambling? Oh, the stock. Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying you'd do great, bro. You would do great on it, man.
I just got to try and get, you know, I always want like come in there with a nice amount of money, you know, get a little something going.
Guy just going with 100. It's just hope. I mean, you know, it's just
by a long term.
I mean, I don't think that's pretty good for anyone right now.
Airbus,
because everything's down. I mean, bro. I mean, Tesla's floating around 400 now. You know, that's easily going to be 1,500 in a year or two. Like, come on. People were like today also like
probably doesn't give you much.
Boeing. I mean, if they increased to 1,500 and you bought the shares at 400, and you got that increase of money per share, yeah, it's a huge investment.
If you bought the shares like that, right? But on like what do you call it? A call, basically. Like for you to bet that Tesla's going to be 1,000 in 8 months, They're not going to give you a very much profit on that, like as far as that goes, right?
It would depend how,
because it's like almost like a thing.
This is the thing. It would depend how fast it happens. Let's say 3 more months happens, they shoot back up to like 700. Well, now you're probably looking pretty good, rather than in that same amount of time it only went to 500. Like it all, because like the thing is like if it looks like it will go past that mark, you're only gonna make more money the farther it goes past your mark, bro. So if it kept going, let's say you bet it was 1,500, went up to 2,000, like a month before your expiration date, you're looking pretty fucking good. Anything above that marker is just straight up fucking
right. But you are playing with fire though, because
100%.
That's how you can lose it too, right? Is staying in the game longer, and then it takes a shot down.
So usually when you
sell.
Usually when you buy longer term call options, yeah, there's more expensive premium because there's more time for it to go. But a lot of times you'll invest, let's say $300, and let's say in 6 months it expires worthless. Well, you only lost $300 over the course of 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
That's your only one, yeah.
If that's well, I mean, if you win it multiple times, of course,
you gotta stay disciplined.
You're gonna exactly. So I mean, like that's why you look like right now. Like I look into things like airlines. They'll go back to where they need to go. They're part of America's economy. They're always gonna go back. They're always gonna be big and do hella business once this shit goes away. So I mean, it's a pretty good chance that it'll go up. I also
bet on the cruises getting back to about
exactly.
medium,
that will also go back up.
That'll come back.
One thing that happened today, Boeing literally dropped and floated around the $100 price.
I wouldn't get on Boeing, bro. You couldn't give it to me.
I would
give it to me for anything.
But this is the thing. Like the reason people get into it is because that's literally like one of America's biggest companies. It's always gonna do good. It would never fail.
But the thing is,
it's never gonna fail, no matter what you wish.
Every day that goes by, there's just more companies that can provide what Boeing does. It's simple as that. If you keep fucking up, the government's not going to care. If there's other people that can provide the same services for the same price or cheaper, they're not going to give a fuck about no contractual agreements.
But this is the thing. Boeing is American. There's no other flight company like them that's as big as them or anywhere near them. Airbus is a European company. Lockheed and Martin, yeah, they're up there.
They're big, right?
But I mean, they're not also huge in America's flight game. I mean, most of the outfit, most of the planes here are Boeings. There's some Airbuses here and there,
Lockheed
but
Martin makes the F-35.
Yeah, there's a reason Airbus only trades for about $30, and Boeing at one point was flirting with 300.
Well, Airbus is actually up to 80s, right? Unless they took a shot.
No, they're down.
Before the crash, remember we checked it? It was like 88 or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. I'm not sure. But I mean, they're down. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, there were so many people that bought into Boeing just now because it was so fucking cheap. And the whole idea is that it cannot fail. They're too big to fail. They'll never let the government the government will always prop them up.
So maybe I would buy something at a medium risk.
Let's just say in times like this, where you see like a company like Boeing out of nowhere, almost looking like they might go to zero. They're one of your biggest companies in America. You're gonna prop them up. The government will always prop them up, and that's the thing.
So maybe you buy it at 100, and you predict it'll be 250 in 6 months.
Yeah,
you take a medium risk that, right? Yeah. Don't go big.
Yeah. And the thing with that is that like with the more time, like you'll probably end up putting $400, $500 up at on the front for something like that for that much time, But I mean, like it'll probably happen. It's pretty likely that it'll happen.
It's very likely. Right?
It's looking good. I mean, like Boeing, it's like I said, most of these stocks have lost 25 to 50% of their share value in the course of at this point 19, 20 days. Once this thing turns around, it's only going to go up. It's only going to go up from there, bro. There'll be points where, we might take a hit, but we're never going to have something like this happen again, unless it's some other crazy pandemic. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So I think this point, I think it'd be very important to buy into, especially for long-term things, because it's almost for sure going to happen. And like I said, let's say it doesn't work out in 6 months and you either lost it all or you only made, $50. it was that money lost over the course of a 6-month period. That's not that much when you think about it,
Yeah, it's a gamble. You're taking a
100%,
gamble.
100%. But I think with a longer term, it would be a good investment. I think it really would be, because I mean, things will go back to where, if they don't go back to where they were before this, they'll go back 25% where they were before this. They'll go back, up to 30% more. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just about where's the bottom at right now, and that's where people are pretty unsure.
Talking about the stocks and the Tesla made me think about a thing that Kay said to me the other day, where she brought up when we were doing our cast with
Tyler.
Lucky Emerson. Tyler.
Yeah, Lucky Emerson.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever put Tyler in there.
Yeah. And when we were arguing back and forth, and there was a point where I called you small-eyed, for saying it, and she was saying, that came off rude. I'm like, it's like I didn't even really think about it, so I had to go back and listen to it. I'm like, wow, it got really fired up.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah,
so I wanted to apologize. For saying that.
Oh,
I thought it was kind of a fiery back and forth. I thought we were just doing that.
Yeah. It's all good.
I feel like you. That's what I was telling her. Like, I feel like like it was us just taking shots.
But at the same time,
fired up.
It kicked me up to like a next level. Where I was just like, I'm pretty sure I said something back where I was just like, small eye. I was just like, small eye. I think you said. I thought you either said. I think I heard small mind when you.
Yeah, and that's what I had to clear up.
Yeah, and then which is all good, bro. Yeah. But also owe you an apology, bro. Because I did a lot more research into Tesla. After just saying all that shit. So when I think their first emissions report was filed back in 2019. I think it was the first time they were like made public or something. And they actually have a very impressive track record as of right now. It's ridiculously insane. I'm not even sure where I even read that that information that's spewed out. so like let's I just want to clear up how insane this really is, though, man. So not only at this point, they're not carbon negative. But for just clear one thing up immediately, Ford was at 4.4 billion metric tons of CO2. That was including the estimation of cars being driven by them as well. Plus what it takes to make the cars, everything that's their carbon footprint. With Tesla, they're at 158,000 metric tons of CO2. That's millions less.
Yes. So thank you for coming back on that, because I really didn't understand. That's what had me so frustrated, was why you were saying those things, because to me, that's why I said small eye, because I'm like, are you not seeing what I'm seeing? Where it's like, no, I just was looking at it like, no matter what you want to nitpick from Tesla, if you just start at the beginning of, you're trying to say, okay, well, they emit carbon when they're building cars. Well, everyone does, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then from there, they're not emitting carbon, 100%. So they have to be. But you kept saying it had to dwarf the carbon it used. And that's why I'm like, when does it dwarf it? How long does it have to live for it to dwarf the carbon? I'm just like, where did this come from?
I mean, like, I know at one point I read something along those lines, and I'm not sure when they got this little, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure, but I mean, I remember reading at one point,
Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen anything, but like, that's the argument I was trying to make with the insurance part of it. Besides the green part, the insurance part of it was just like,
yeah, that's a whole other.
They're trying to stay perfectly squeaky clean.
I get that. Yeah, no, I get it.
Can't have it.
Yeah, which like I said, which is what I got. I get it, man. It makes sense, and I always understood that, but I'm always just fix your own shit. Let me do it. Don't tell me what to do.
I said during that cast, I said, like, I would like to live in the day that you see. Like, I want that day too. But it's like until
Tesla will be there.
Until Tesla really goes, okay, look, we've done this shit, for 20 years now. This is what we do.
So like, when I think about shit, I like I said, I just put myself in that position. I'm just like, look, I know how to do this, and you are forbidding me from doing it. I've already bought these things. And you know what I'm saying? Like I just thought about that. I'm
Well,
just
I
like,
mean, you said it. You said it
pisses
in
me
that
off,
cast
you
there where
know?
you said, "I'm thinking from the mind of the consumer."
Yeah.
But that's not what you
And
can
then
do when you're the
what
company.
Well, I understand that, and that's when you said when you mentioned your boardroom comment, you know, just like, "What I want you in the boardroom," it's like, oh, you know, I'm not thinking like that, you know. I'm putting myself in this guy's eyes, where like someone's telling me not to do something, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I want to do this, you know. It's like and you're just like, no, you can't. I'm just like,
But like the whole thing was like, I want you, and you want to allow them to do that,
oh,
but
give
I
me a job, give me
can't.
a job.
Yeah, now we're getting
Give
somewhere.
me a job, you know. And that's what I was saying. We're like, let's say, you know, this guy did do that. It's just like, look, it's just like, cool, man. That's great. Bring it in and let us make sure you're all good. You know, let's make sure everything's good to go. You know, let's
That's why I said
let's
test or
let's just
something.
do an inspection where we look at every single fucking thing.
Right.
You know, we're gonna look at it and
and you gotta pay for the inspection.
Pay for
It's gotta be
inspection.
something. It's gotta be my mechanics
and
hourly.
pay for those repairs that are needed at that point,
Right.
if there are any that are needed.
Right.
You know. And then it's like, look, then we can talk about us doing some assurance. Then we can talk about, we can talk about that.
I'm glad we came back to this.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful system.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, like I would just like to see something made on that front, where you're just like, where you don't see someone immediately shutting that down, just being like, no, instead of just being like, all right, look, you're gonna do this.
It's gonna come.
Let's just make sure we're good. Just make sure we're good. Okay.
But right now, if 5 people die by a Tesla this year, their company will be shut down.
I was thinking the same thing. What if he didn't get a very crucial, sensor upgrade or something, and died anyway, like, or some crazy shit like that?
Well, that's why they won't back it at all. Tesla's saying that you shouldn't drive that. That's how Tesla's taking it.
I just think there needs to be some cooperation, from that point on. Just like. Because, like I said, man, I just think about it, like,
if I'm Elon, I got my hitmans out looking for the guy that he found to hack that Tesla. Because we got to get one in his head ASAP.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised they haven't gone back and just been like, all right, like this Tesla's blacklisted. Like, how is he hacking our shit?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
But I mean, that does bring up another point of just like, with the new smart cars and with everything. I mean, it's just like, you can hack shit like that. If it's connected to the internet at any point, which I mean, you got cars now with Wi-Fi in them and stuff. Like, you can hack one of these bitches.
Is it to the point where they can like control the steering wheel?
I'm sure we can get there, bro. Like I don't want to roll any of these motherfuckers out. Someone wants to do some crazy software shit.
It's crazy, bro. Kay's bank account got hacked the other day,
Yeah, she was just telling me about that. Yeah,
bro, on Cash App, it made a Cash App account,
and she showed the things were just like same one over and over. I'm just
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
man. Like it's crazy, man. People find crazy ass ways to get it.
That, hack you like that. It's so wild. That's why I don't even my job doesn't even allow you to get a paycheck. You have to get it that. I never wanted that. I don't want that. I do not want a bank account. Do not want a bank card. I want paychecks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I used to pay $1 to cash my check. That was fine with me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is tough, It is 100% tough. I mean, I don't want that shit either, because I put in my cash into your thing. I get this digital number on this app, and someone could just take my digital numbers away, and then that's my money leaving me. Like, it seems better to have it in my pocket.
Exactly.
And walk down Baltimore Street.
And you can still, right? You have the option that you can go to a store, you can buy a credit card, and you can upload a prepaid. You know what I mean? You can buy a credit card, you put $100 on there, so you can order something off Amazon.
Yeah.
Or get your Xbox Live, or whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can still do that, but no matter if somebody steals that, they ain't got shit, because you're just preloading that. You don't keep no money on it.
I don't know why there's not some type of crazy system where it's like every day, like your card number is just like randomized. And it's just like it's like you just gotta look. You just always gotta look at it and be like, okay, it's my shit for the day. And you just use that and just randomize it. So no one ever can just be like, oh, took your shit. But then that would also be like, I also would have to make sure you don't get someone else's number that they used at one point. It would just be weird, I don't know, man. Whatever.
I like it though. That was a good idea.
Just, I don't know, something man.
It's got like a thing on it there in holographics or something. Not holographics, but like light up neon light or some shit, and it just changes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I don't fucking know. Like, there has to be better ways keep our money secure.
And you just create a system. You need like an AI system of like just a bunch of like 16 digits, and then you flip it around.
That's what gets me more. I mean, like, yes, it's great. I can just like digitally send you $10. That's awesome, you know. But it's also just crazy to think that it's just like, I literally give you this piece of paper that tells you how much money I'm supposed to get. I give it to you, and instead of receiving money, I just get this digital representation of what I have in my bank account.
Yeah.
Which can then just be siphoned for these digital monies. You're digitally robbing me.
But I can also get cash. Like I can pull out cash now.
Like are you robbing me through the internet? Like it's just like, what
you don't
the
want
fuck?
You don't want me to get cash. Why don't you want me to get cash? It's like where you really don't even see your dollars sometimes.
You have to change all your cash over into gold. Because when shit hits the fan, that's the only thing that's gonna matter. How much gold you got? Like it's you just need actual gold bars, okay? Turn all of your cash and transfer it into gold. That's what people are gonna trade it from that point on.
What do you think the most valuable asset would be if we reached that point?
Of like what?
Remember Book of Eli? You seen that with Denzel?
Yeah, but
it's like
I'm not gonna remember shit about that movie.
It's apocalypse time. And
yeah,
the whole
thing
is he's got the Bible, and everybody wants a Bible so that they can like convince the masses again, and get the following behind them. Yeah, so that was like the most precious thing in the world. It might not be. I'm just trying to say, like, it might not be what you expect. Maybe it's the Bible, maybe it's not. Is it water? Is it water sources? It's got to be water sources, right? Water sources got to be fucking top 3.
I don't think you see any water in that movie, do you? Like, he's never near any water.
Not in Book of Eli, but I was just using that for example of that was, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm saying that's like throughout the world where he was in.
You do.
Is he by the water at one point?
No, bro. I remember there's a part that it shows when he it's like later, like halfway through the movie, when he goes to that town and meets the girl from that 70s show.
Right.
She's in there. Everybody's lined up at a well. That's why it's a town. Everybody's in there. In the head of the town, the guy is like the gang leader, quote unquote. He's right next to the well, and they're like everybody gets one pump of water from the well. And that's how it was working. Water sources were important in that movie.
Yes, there could be. You never know, man. They don't ever
I don't
reveal
think
what's
that's
in
even like one that you even got to worry about though, because like you're dead without it, so it has to be important. Like you're literally dead in 3 days,
and you're not gonna rely on a pump.
It's just crazy, like that. Like that is such a short amount of time. 3 days, drink no water, you're dead. That's really it.
Yeah. You live up to like 2 weeks without food or some shit like that.
I'd say like a month, bro.
Yeah, I think it's a while.
Good.
It's a while without some food.
I'm sure it's hard.
I feel like some shit.
Maybe you could push on for a couple extra days past 3 days.
That's the crazy thing is that like
maybe it could last 5.
You gotta limit what you give someone after they've been starving. You gotta like slowly because like they'll just gorge themselves and kill themselves.
The weird thing is you can only drink your own piss once.
Yeah, you won't be doing that more. You won't be doing that any more than one time.
You know what I always thought about that though? Once I learned that, I was like, well, that first piss better be a big one. Because what if you only piss like half a bottle? Now you can, if you drink this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just a little bit more.
You need to fill this thing up.
But you don't want to do that again.
No,
straight up. If anything, like I saw the one thing that you can do is like you pee in the cup. No, you put a cup in the middle and you put that plastic tent and you kind of create that like cone shape, like the divot, and then you pee around it. And when you cover it with that plastic, like the pee will evaporate, but the water will stick to the plastic. Whereas everything else keeps going, the water will just get on the plastic and drip into the cup.
Okay, so I got you.
So you can like separate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have very little water though, but it's clean water. Okay.
That's just like I'm sure you can drink like you're probably not gonna drink much, but you might better drink something if you can siphon something multiple times through clothes. That water, like the salt water and shit. They said sometimes clothes can get it to the point where you can at least drink, some.
Yeah, something.
But that's always risky.
That's the thing. Like I remember the show I Shouldn't Be Alive or some shit like that.
Those are crazy.
Yeah, I remember like all the ones where at sea, like they would just be like, yeah, we just like, it started off. We were just like, yeah, we just use the water to wet our mouth. And it just made our mouths more dry.
Yeah.
And one of our friends, he just started drinking and just kept drinking and drinking. He died like a couple hours later or some shit.
Yeah, there was one I watched where everyone on there was 5 people, 2 people lived. There was 2 girls and 3 guys. all of it was 4 people. Four people died. They all went swimming to try and reach something, like just gone off of the salt water.
Yeah.
And they all like went and she watched sharks eat them all.
Oh my god.
Each one, bro, and they still went out there.
Just delusional.
Just delusional.
Super dehydrated, man. Dehydration is very fucking
scary.
Real. And it always sucks when you see some of these stories and you're like, you were prepared. You had the thing to transfer salt water. You just got your boat got capsized. You went into your fucking little tent thing, and then like you got hit by a fucking rogue wave, flipped it over. You managed to get it back over, and then now you're just chilling in this empty fucking floating buoy for 3 weeks or some shit. Like you had all your equipment, but you just got fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it happens when you're out there.
Man. This like shows like no matter how prepared you are.
We talked about it before, but that just makes me think about it again. But that one guy that was stuck in that air bubble, yo,
on the boat, yeah, bro. The boat sunk.
That was the wildest shit ever.
He was down there for 3 days,
bro, in an air bubble.
Can you imagine you're down there for 3 days, and next thing you know, someone comes up
and
out of nowhere.
You. Oh my god, bro!
Who the fuck are you?
I'm throwing them here. You know what I mean? Just like,
oh my god, man! It's like he was literally. Like, I forgot how deep he was.
Yo, he was on the floor.
How deep was it?
I don't know where they were at, but whatever it was, he was on the floor.
Down there, bro.
You're thinking 20 feet, right?
Jesus, man. Like,
but the thing that's what I wonder.
He accepted death.
So let's say if would that never fill up with water, no matter how deep he went?
I think eventually it would. Probably not actually, but probably a little bit trapped. But he would run out of oxygen. Is the problem?
Right, but would the pressure ever push the water up?
No, I mean, it depends on how the boat was like placed. If he was at the farthest point up, yeah. But if it wasn't, if he was somehow below somewhere, eventually the pressure would have give way, and then the water would slowly seep in.
Sick even thinking about that.
Yeah,
bro.
Man, he was probably on limited time. After, they found him. It was lucky they found him. That's
and
one
he
point.
knows like if he goes out of there, he's on the bottom. So he's got to go all the way up.
We were down there for days. Like he literally accepted death.
Steve,
he was like, all right, I'm just gonna die.
You want to talk about literally the worst that I could imagine happening to me, bro? Is that like that
boat
is
at the bottom of the ocean?
The biggest nightmare I could possibly imagine.
And you're just stuck with your thoughts. You're gonna run out of oxygen or starve to death.
Or insomnia.
Well, you're probably gonna die from dehydration because you can't drink the water.
I feel like I'm just gonna go crazy because I can't sleep.
Even if I had water, I might not drink it. I might just be like I'm just gonna die. Like this is like I'm gonna die in 3 days, or I might die in 7. I don't want to wait 7 days.
I would tread water the entire time. My feet would have never hit the ground, bro. I'll just be stuck up. I'll pin myself up against the sides like that, yo.
That's what I'm saying. He was right there, just like you see. Like I said, he would have either. That's just crazy to think he was there for I just can't get over the amount of time. The longest
3 days and 3 nights, bro.
You didn't sleep, man. There was no sleep to be had. How could you? How the fuck were you gonna be able to sleep while you're swimming? It was just chilling there, man. 3 days. Woke as a bitch, hungry as a bitch, thirsty as a bitch, on the brink of death, just like, oh, here it goes. And then this motherfucker grabs you. Fucking flashlights everywhere. 3 dudes.
Oh my god, man. And then you see it's a person, and you're just like,
bro, I would cry. I'm crying so hard. That's why people like. I feel like people are just like, oh, thank God. They just go limp. Just carry me everywhere. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
I got to this point.
Give up. Like just give up. They're like it's your problem now.
I'll tell you what. I'm Christian. I am now Christian.
Bro.
I don't even care. I don't even care, bro. I'm Christian.
Go about this bitch. Oh, thank the Lord. Like,
yeah.
You go to church on Sundays and everything, bro.
I go to church on Sundays, dog. Man. I don't care.
Bro, I think at that point, I'm just dedicating my life to just something. I don't know what the fuck it is. Raising orphans. I don't know. Problem children in the system. I'm just coming and touching. I just be like, I would teach these kids. They send me to like a school like Southeast. There's like, you're gonna teach the worst kids here. I'm just like, all right, I would teach these kids.
They just assume you know some shit, some knowledge.
It's just all
he's from Japan. You've never said that.
It's just all the corny shit you ever see before. We're just like, he's the only one's never given up on us. It's just like,
oh, you're like a freedom writer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Like,
classic.
Yeah, just I just rededicate my life to teaching.
Who cares about us?
Just go to everywhere. I'm just like, I would teach them.
Dude, for some reason, with the accents and shit, you're making me think about the video I watched earlier. Did you ever see?
I totally saw it from South Park.
Who's the fucking Damn it! What's his name? Asian comedian actor.
Bobby Lee.
Right?
There's only so many, man.
Yeah.
There's only so many. It was that or the other one.
Did you ever see the video of when he's on the podcast and his girl tells him, like, it's like the moment Bobby.
Oh, they were one with Schwab or whatever, right? No,
not on this one. No, it's him and his wife, and
I know which one you're talking about.
They're on there with two other guys, and like, the meme on there says like the moment Bobby Lee realized his wife was a gold digger, and then like it starts out and she's like, I wish we could play that right now, and then react to it.
Well, you can, man, but I'm not trying to do it live. That's another thing. You see what happened here now.
Yeah, but she's like,
but you can do that.
She's like, well, Poppy, she's like, you could, because she's like, would you guys still, would you still be in love if you were broke? And she's like, well, Pops, you couldn't love me if you were broke. We would be divorced because every time I'm sad, you just took money at the problems. You had no money to throw. And then she's just like, no, never mind. I love you. And then she's like talking to the guy, and like the whole time, Bobby Lee's just like nobody in the room could believe what she said.
Yeah, and he was just like, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I mean. Cringe. It's because I remember they did the thing where like it went gray. They zoomed in on his face, and it's like,
hello, Dr. Smile friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that shit. Oh man, yeah. I mean, he should know though. Like,
I'm definitely leaving that bitch after that.
Come on, look at Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
But it's all, but like
that's just sad because it's like,
how did you not know?
But exactly, I was about to say though. I'm
ugly, not dumb.
It's one of those things where you're like, yeah, she's just with him for the money, but you just say it right, and then you really see, holy shit, this bitch just submitted. She's in it for the money. It just becomes a different level of reality.
I get you on that, but like, I mean, you look at Bobby Lee, I'm just like, and you look at that woman. Yes, it is that situation. It's a very clear situation. But how is it not clear for that individual too? Like, you also should know.
But you always have to leave the 1% that maybe it was love to keep your dignity alive and your reputation with her. Look at Anna Nicole Smith with that old dude, right? Everybody said she's with him for the money. She's with him for the money. She was with him for the money. She never once said that. She stuck by him.
And I feel that.
He died off. And now they're always like, yeah, she was with him for the money. But it doesn't sink the same way, It doesn't sink the same way.
Until she says it.
She would have been like, I was just with him for the money. Yeah. And you're just like, bitch. But like, other than that, you're just like, you don't really know if you should be saying that. You know what I mean? Because she never said it. You don't really know. You don't really know if you should be saying that.
I don't know, man. For me personally, I'm just gonna be like,
wouldn't it suck though if like behind closed doors they really were this in super mass love, bro? Like that old man was just lit. He couldn't fuck, but he was
sure
just like,
he loved. I'm sure he was in love. Yeah.
But, like, let's just say, right? Because that's what I'm saying. She's left the 1%. Can you give me 1%? There's a 1% chance.
I'll give you that.
She left that. She left that, right?
I mean,
Bobby Lee's wife took that off the table. She didn't even leave 1%. She straight up said it live on a podcast.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I couldn't give her 100% because we never know. We never knew. Like, it's just like no one ever said yeah, and it was 100%. It was 100% because she literally just said the fucking shit. So yeah, I get you on that. Yeah, we doing like a little sound check over there. Yeah, no, she's straight up on a podcast too, though, man, in front of people. I swear, it's just like, bitch, come on now, man. This is like, I knew you knew, but you said this shit. Like that's how I'm looking at it. It's like they both kind of knew, but no one ever said it. And then once it was said, he was just like, man, like, yeah, Yeah.
If you were poor, Papa, we would be divorced because there's no way you'd know how to show me love. What? Because you throw money at my tears, and if we were poor, what would you throw at my tears?
Oh man, that's so bad. That's so bad.
Okay, anyways. I love you.
Oh, look, she's not even okay. So never mind.
My final word on this. I usually don't like to talk shit about doctors and their establishment.
Shout out to RL404. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's oh my god. So never mind. So like I she's actually not all that. So
No, she's nothing special, but it's just so. You see how she said it? She's like, "You just throw money at my tears."
Yeah.
You don't have the money to throw my tears.
What are you gonna do then?
Okay, and she just moves on to doing the podcast.
Talk about sometimes a doctor's establishment or something. I'm just like, man, Bobby. I guess that one. Yeah, never mind. I'm withdrawing the thing I've just said because that was just like
it's so
I've
sad
seen
because
the woman,
like
it looked like they could be together, and you know, but
you
like,
want to say. You want to say,
tough for a guy
like,
here.
Fuck her, Bobby Lee. You know, just go out there, do some fucking stand up.
You love her.
Listen, exactly. That's what I'm getting to. It's like, do some podcasts, do some coke, fuck some whores, you know, and just live some life. Fuck her, you know. But they still like somebody just wants love at the end of the day. You get tired of fucking whores.
Bobby. Yeah.
Everyone does, bro. I don't think nobody wants to just not have someone permanently for their entire life, right? I just think everyone that comes for different times, and it also don't have to stay. You get what I'm saying? Like there comes a point where you're like, all right, I fucked 50 whores. You know, I just want someone that I can wake up to. Like that is something too.
That is something, man. I feel that,
especially when you're living Bobby Lee life.
Yeah,
you know, stay a comedian. You're just getting drunk, banging whoever you can find. You know. I assume, you know.
Allegedly,
you imagine that's the life, you know. You're just doing whatever drug you get your hand on. You know?
I mean, if I was to choose a career path, you know, I imagine my arc could be exactly like Bobby Lee's. Like it's just like that rides some waves.
Yeah, but you know, he makes it. You know what happened?
He makes a podcast guest killing now.
You know what happened is Chow came.
Yeah, Chow.
Chow took him out. Chow took his spot, bro.
There was always gonna be that Asian man. The thing that makes Chow cooler was that, like, I mean, what's his real name? Whatever, I forgot it. He's a real doctor. That's another cool thing. Like, it just makes it even better.
He's just more nimble. Period. You know, where like Bobby Lee was like, I guess he kind of like played fat guy role too. Not fat guy, but like
his shirt was always off. Yeah,
like
true.
Chubby, like goofball type of guy. Yeah. But like Chow was like they kind of portrayed him as a badass, but he was funny Asian.
Yeah, exactly. He was just
kind of a different portray.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and every role that every dude he plays Chow. Every role I've seen him play, he's always been that dude where like someone that doesn't give a fuck. You know, he's just like I don't know. He's just a hardcore Asian dude. I don't know, man. Yeah. He's always like on top rather than the bottom. He doesn't care where he's at.
Even the one movie where he's really a doctor, Knocked Up. I don't know if you remember, but he has
I remember
that one. That's just like it's funny as shit how he is.
I mean, like we talk about his hangover role, like he's really like some type of weird like gang leader or something. Like he's a gangster.
Yeah, he's done a few things.
He's a gangster, you know what I'm saying? And like in the TV show Community, I believe he's a student there. Yeah, he's a student, and he just like doesn't fucking care, you know? Like he's always fucking whores and shit, like just shit like that. He's always doing shit like that. And no one likes him, but he's just like, I don't fucking care, you know? I know you guys like me.
I tell you what, this is what you think about for God damn, I can't remember the acronyms of it, but the criminal psychology thing I was talking about on YouTube for you.
Yeah.
You know, like, bro, I swear this guy really be giving some game on here, dog. Really on these breakdowns and shit, you know? Like it was funny just learning like little tactics on how they do of like when you know someone did something, right? Like you got them dead to rights. How many times like people you just attack someone, right? It's like, motherfucker, I knew you fucking did it. You fight them, you attack them, whatever. Well, like the real tactic of that is apparently for these interrogators and shit, you know, is that to give you to let you just keep going. You know, I
Right.
don't even want to let you know basically that I got that info. You know,
Right.
so I want you to think like you can talk your way out of this. So I'm watching a few of these on there. And it's like so many people on there. It's fun. It's the human emotion part, bro. Where like they're literally coming up with this lie, you know, then this lie that they're thinking about in their head. They tell this lie. And then eventually it gets revealed, like, well, we have camera evidence, you know, of what happened. And then it like gets adjusted to this lie that like wasn't what they said. It kind of incriminates them a little bit more, but like it's still, you know, they're still good to go. And then it gets to the point where there's like, well, we think it's you know? And like all these people, especially these old white men, they always think they could talk their way out of things. And then, like, at the end, once they're just like, yeah, we're pretty sure it's you. And he's like, should I get a lawyer? They always say that. Like, there was this one case where,
Oh my God. Ask them if you want a lawyer.
yeah, guy pulls up right away. Guy pulls up, and his wife goes into the store, and there's like three black guys in a car next to him, and they're like bumping some music. They're waiting for their boy to come out. And the guy's like, can you turn that music down? You know, and they're like, yeah, they turn it off. And then the guy in the back, there was like one guy in the back that was like, man, fuck him. You know what I mean? Don't let him tell us how to play our music. Turned it back on and shit. The guy got in. And it's always disputed exactly what happened, you know. But apparently, you know, the boy in the back was like, fuck you, you know. And this guy, I think his name was Michael Dunn. He was like, fuck me, you know, you're gonna kill me or some shit like that. And he got his gun and just started pumping rounds, bro, into the
Oh my
fucking car.
God. What the hell?
Yeah, just pumps 3 rounds into the back of the car. The only thing that saved the rest of the boys' lives was the fact of just like this driver, you know, the boy that came from the store. He was the driver. He got in there, and as it's getting shot, he just throws that shit in reverse, yo, and slams out. The guy gets out of the car, puts 3 more into the car, and like, bro, the only one that got hit was the one that was saying something in the back, but like. The bullets are like so close to everyone when they do like a reenactment,
What the
dog.
fuck,
Like the guy
man?
driving, the guy that did the reverse, he's driving like this, yo. The bullet from the back, it came through the back tail light and it grazed right next to his head and hit his sun riser, yo. Like he was that close to death, bro.
Going his head.
So the one boy took all 3 of those shots. Like got shot in the leg, the heart, and like the chest or something, and he ended up fucking dying.
Yeah.
But this guy dipped off. Comes back the next day, they come to his house and get him, you know, and he's got this laid out story about what happened and shit. He was in fear for his life. He's seen a gun, you know, like all this shit, and they just got the evidence that says everything. They can prove that he's lying about everything.
And they're just cross-examining him.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And he's just like thinks that he's really like. It's just funny how condescending like white men are. Like that kind of like dominant white men type of thing.
Yeah.
Or like they just think like they can talk themselves out of anything. Like they think like they're just smarter than everyone. You know, like if I call this cop sir, he's gonna get on my level and understand, you know, or like assume that he's also racist, you know, shit like that.
We know they're always the ones responsible who are like, come on, working man to working man. You know?
Oh my God, don't give me that line, bro. I hate that line, dog.
You've heard the other way. I've always seen it thrown the other way where it's like, come on, man, working man to working man. Like, I can't do this. Take it, man. You know, it's like, oh, why do you think you can just be like, look, let me out of this one? Like, why won't you?
I got the fucking cop giving it to me. He's just like, a working man to working man. You know, not gonna be no points. Just pay the ticket. So I'm just like, working man to working man. Don't give no ticket. You know what I mean? That's a working man to working man line. Don't open with working man to working man, then give me a ticket.
Exactly.
Working man to working man means warning. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, at this point, give me the points. Just take the fine away.
Point, no money.
Exactly. It was like, come on, you might as well give me a point before you take my fucking money. Okay, fuck you. That's the thing, man. Like, it was weird because, like, you know, just watching like cops kind of like go around my neighborhood. You know, for whatever reason they were, you know, going around there. I'm just looking. I'm just like, you know, I just really don't want any of these cops to come talk to me, man. It's just like I don't want to talk to no fucking cops. Like, what'd you see about this house? I say shit. I won't talk to you.
Not for no drugs. Well, like it is a difficult situation. Like, what if that person that got killed at your front step and you did see it?
Yeah, it's 100% sketchy.
You
bro.
would say something or what?
I don't fucking know, man. You know, I have no fucking idea. I'm just like, well, look, they just came and shot this dude. Ugh. I mean, I saw 4 people shoot him. What else can I say?
What if you did know one of them or something? Though?
That's where it's. Oh man,
Like, how far would you go? Like,
I'm glad I don't associate with those individuals because I don't have that problem. Unless like you up and kill somebody, that's
But you know, you're
shit.
supposed to tell them everything. So I don't want to keep going down the rabbit hole. But like, what if like you just seen him at O'Connor's a couple times or something? You know. I'm just saying, you know his face. You're like, oh yeah, that guy's from around there. How much info would you give?
I've seen the Stop Snitching videos. it's like as someone raised on that, you know. I mean,
I feel like it would just be hard for me not to say something.
That's what I'm saying. I've never been in that scenario, bro. Like I've always thought about it and just thought that I would like not say anything. But I really don't know, man. Like,
it's
like
so crazy how many times we look at that. But like, if your grandmom got shot out front, like you would be like, "Why is nobody saying nothing?"
Yeah, I know, bro. I know. But you know, it's just like, man, well, you got a city full of like retaliation shit. It's like they got guns. It's like they shot this dude. I don't got a gun. They wanted to come kill me. It just seems like they'd be fine.
I hear you. I'm not trying to knock you, but it's just like, damn, man, you're exactly what they want. You know, they want you to be in fear of saying something. That's how they keep getting off. You know, witnesses don't show. Witnesses.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, 100%, man. You know, and I get that.
Now a bribe's a different story.
And I get that. But I mean,
okay. Now if they come to you and bribe you, well, cash talks.
Exactly.
You know, 20 grand. I know nothing.
Yeah.
Or if the cops got 20 grand. I know what you want.
But if it was your grandma's, if someone was bribed.
Either way, I'm telling you, I'll tell you the real thing. I'm not saying a lie.
I'm
gonna tell. Listen, here's what I'm saying,
reward.
Right? Here's what I'm saying.
You're not saying that criminal pays you money to stay quiet. You're saying that the cops pay you for the reward.
A criminal can also pay me to stay quiet.
Okay.
It just might cost a little bit more. But if the cops got 20 grand, I know you're a guy. I know you're a shooter. You know what I'm saying? I know you're shooting, bro. I'm gone. What are you gonna do? Do you really got that? Are you that affiliated? You're gonna chase me down to Florida, you know, or something?
A lot of times there's no like reward, you know, unless it's like
20 grand.
Because I mean, like if you've seen something, they're immediately gonna come talk to you out front of your house. You live right there.
Is there a reward, officer? No. Then I'll let this soak for a little while. I know if it goes about 2 months, it'll be about 8 grand. Then I'll come.
My memory will trigger at some point.
My information comes back with the money. I remember. How much is it? Is this like 500? I remember a little bit.
I heard.
Was it 1,000?
I believe I heard 1,100.
1,100. I know the boy in the black. 4 of them.
It's like you start hiring, keep going low. You're just like, you know, I heard 4.
Eventually, you just give a full confession and get nothing. It's like 2,000. Man,
1,200.
Brian. That is on Footcroft. You know it's like, well, you said all you need to say is wait.
Is there a reward? No, there's never a reward. There's never a reward, sir. Yeah. You actually
retract my statement.
You'll be subpoenaed for a court.
Right.
It's like as a witness, it's like fuck,
rat
man.
Bitch. As they're going down your steps.
Fucking rat. Yeah, like, we'll see you in court, rat. Like shit.
It spits on your steps. Like,
just fucking like rubs in a little bit, just like.
I'll tell you what that I thought was weird, and I don't know the exact details of every single thing, but you know, it's getting bigger and bigger with like these people, like these cops are like sharing these videos of like them interacting with kids and shit. It's kind of corny at this point.
Yeah.
Like you could tell it's a lot of it's like kind of forced. But I seen one today that was like down on like Pennsylvania Ave. It's a cop. He just posted up where he's supposed to post up on that corner. You know, he's just supposed to be on that corner, making sure nothing goes on around there. He's just playing catch with a kid right there. 2 kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. But then I've seen another one where it was like 7 cops, bro. Like 4 cars pulled up at this kid's house for him to race like 4 cops or some shit. I don't know if you've seen it. But like, it's like they was there for a minute, you know. And I'm like, this is cool, but like you're going out of your way. You know, to this kid. I hope you guys are off the clock. That's what I'm saying, you know? Because for one kid, like, this is too much now. You guys are doing too much for a video here.
Yeah, I remember it was
but the
weird.
other guy wasn't even, like, recording himself.
I remember it was weird because there was an officer. Remember the bald officer? He became like real popular and viral. He got lots of followers on his Instagram and stuff. And he just makes videos with kids. You know, he's chasing them around, making joke videos. They're playing with him. They're in his car and stuff. You know, he's driving them around, shit like that. And he's just like a social media star right now.
Baltimore?
No, he's not Baltimore.
No.
No, I'm not sure what police department it is with. But I mean, it's like they have a lot. Like they've allowed him to go a long time where he just does this shit, and like that might just be his job from this point. Where like, look,
right, or you never know if he's doing it off the clock, right? You don't know that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's also weird. Well, I guess that's true.
That's what I was saying. Like I don't technically know if they're on the clock or not.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed. I mean, if I feel like you're in full uniform,
Either way, I know they're paying for that gas.
You're with a squad car. I'm just like, this looks like you're on the clock right now. Like you're full squatted up, gun and everything. just like
making some strong points.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. If it helps people, cool.
We went over a couple of these.
If it helps people, it's cool, man.
I got something for you, right? We've won over sentencing, right? So let me give you a predicament. Right? I'm watching this thing about a basketball league in prison. I watched Netflix doc on it, and there's this one guy in there named Black, right? When he was younger, I think like early 20s, he got caught. He got first and second degree robbery with a weapon, right? So he got 2 strikes in Cali.
Right.
Then a little while later, when he goes through that, I don't know what he got or whatever, but he ended up getting caught with another weapon on a bike. He was riding to the store and he got caught on the way, and that was his 3rd strike.
Right.
He got 25 years. Do you think that like makes sense? Because like his argument for that, right, was that like I never hurt anyone. I never hurt a single person,
right?
And I got 25 years basically.
Right.
But he did technically get caught with a gun, 3 times.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. 3-strike rule is definitely a tough one. He didn't. I mean, like, what do you ask me? As like, is he like, should he be able to participate in the basketball league?
No, he's participating in the basketball league. I'm asking you, does he deserve parole? They gave him life.
I mean, it's tough to say because it's just like, man, it's just like you're not making a good case for yourself,
A life, Steve? I don't think you deserve life for that.
I don't think. I mean,
I just can't give someone life.
I don't think so either, man. But it's just like it's just so tough to make a call like that when no, it's just like you got that because you fucked up 3 times. It's like shit.
But people got their story. Everyone got their story.
That's very true, man.
It's not like he was saying. Like I'm not gonna keep making up for the guy, but like he was saying, like, look, I was young. I did an armed robbery. I fucked up on that. I got 2 charges on that. He got first and second for that.
Okay.
So bam. He's already got 2 strikes, and he's like, I live in a neighborhood where everyone has guns. He's like, I had enemies growing up.
True.
He's like, I literally just had a gun on me. I never hurt no one. Maybe he did kill someone, right? But that's an unsolved case, right? That'd be something else you got to do. You can't say that, right? You can't say, oh, well, he probably did something with the guns.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not how it works.
I mean,
right?
of course,
like, he never hurt a single person.
Case by case basis, of course, for review. I mean, it should always be up for review,
Yeah, it wasn't up for review for 25 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Life.
You should get, you should be up for review.
What should he have got? When should he have been up for parole?
What did he serve his first sentence for the original shit? He went to jail the first time, no?
He didn't talk about it. So
all right, so let's just go off of 3rd time happened. Let's follow up.
It couldn't have been long because he was in jail currently for 24 years.
Let's follow up in 3 to 5 years, something like that.
Okay.
Let's follow up and we'll see. We'll talk to you.
And they get like parole every like 5 years, whatever parole.
Yeah, just or if like or if like you see him and he's like, let's say he goes off, he tries to start this like educational program with other people. It's just like he's showing good promise where he's like, all right, let's move him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But like to me, like I just can't see that person deserving. I wouldn't say not more than 10 years, Steve. I really
no, not at all, man.
Like at the end of the day, like that's what I'm saying. Where you can't go like, oh, well, he brought a gun to that. Like, yeah, he did, but you can't assume shit like that. You can't add things up that a man did not do. He never murdered no one, never shot no one.
Yeah.
Did he have guns? Yeah. Yes, but he never murdered or shot anyone.
No,
And I
no.
feel like the ones that should be in there are the ones that are violent people.
I hurt people,
You know, that have done things like that. And this guy, he never made that mistake. And you know how easy it is to make that mistake when you have a weapon.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, no,
Or
100%.
you're with other people that have weapons. And you know,
just get caught up, man.
never
Some
hurt no one.
dumb shit
We
happens,
never
man.
hurt no one. I don't think that person deserves more than 10 years.
No,
And then,
I don't think so,
at
man.
tops, I'm saying 15.
Yeah.
He can't do more than 15 in my eyes. 15 flat.
Yeah, just doing it simply because of a third strike rule. Yeah, no, I'm totally with you on it, man. You know, where you don't give non-violent people, like, you know, especially non-violent offenders, like, you know,
And
some
this
crazy
guy,
like
you could tell, like, he was a guy that, like, I don't know, maybe he was putting up a front, but it just did not seem like it, yo. He seemed like one of them guys that was like, bro, I changed 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like he was probably a different person after 5 years. Like, he was like, okay, I will never touch a gun. This shit ain't worth it. You know what I mean? And then he proceeded to do another 20.
Yeah.
It's just insane. It's just unrational. I don't even want to have to pay for that guy to be in prison. 52 grand a year. 52 grand a year is what they say, right? It was 56.
I'm not sure.
Like that. 50 something.
I'm not familiar with the number.
50-something $1,000 is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
for
like,
a prison inmate to be in there for a year.
I mean, like, and the most recent, I mean, I think we're getting to points like that. Don't know though. I mean, like the last thing, you know, like Obama commuted a bunch of those sentences with a bunch of people with drug offenses. I mean, that's, you know, we've seen something like that before, you know, where we need to review nonviolent crimes like that. I mean, just put in place particular things where you review people like that, you know, you just mark their progress. But then again, you know, I mean, that's exactly what, you know, most prisons want, is just to keep people in there forever. So I mean, you know.
And we would also say on that, when we release you, if you're ever caught with a weapon again, it's life.
Yeah.
Right? Because 4 times is like you're getting.
I cut you a break.
Or if not, then it's a mandatory 15. Then you get paroles.
Exactly.
You know what I
man,
mean?
you know? I mean, we could flirt with any amount of numbers. I mean, just like.
But give the man parole. Don't tell him 25 years.
Exactly.
Don't tell him 25 years till he gets one parole.
Before we get,
a hearing.
Exactly.
A hearing. Come on,
give them every once in a while, man.
So now let's go to another one, right? This is another one, same show. It's a Spanish guy. He was 16, and he's in a car. They just got out of the Giants game, San Francisco Giants game.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the parking lot. Him and his boy are just talking. They're waiting to take off, and these, there's 3 white guys and a white woman. They walk by. And as his story goes, they hit the window, you know. But the other family, they never said nothing like that. But he said he hit the window, and he was like startled, you know. And all his friends were laughing at him and shit. So he got out the car and he's like, you know, motherfucker, what the fuck you doing? So he comes up and he starts fighting the guy that did it, you know. It's 1-on-1. They're fighting. And then next thing you know, he pulls out a knife. And he stabs the guy 5 times. And on the 5th one, he came through the rib and he hit the bottom of the guy's heart and killed him. He got 102 years.
It's just something ridiculous. But I mean, it's also, I mean, first of all, I mean, 102 years is like, what type of sentence is that?
Well, it's 102 years to life, you know?
That's what I'm saying. You know, it's just like, you're going to die in prison.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to die in prison. But then again, it's like, you know, you took a life, man, you know?
Yeah. That's what his the guy's mom's on there.
I mean, like, but I understand you were 16, man, but like.
But the guy's mom's on there, and he's just like, I don't see how you can, why does he deserve to do things that my son don't get to do? You know, he took that from my son. Why should he go have a family? You know, why should he go out there and have a job? Why should he go out there and go on vacations when he took that away from my son? Which is like, I do understand that.
Yeah, man. So I mean, you killed someone, it changes everything, you know.
But he was getting parole like after 10 years. He got parole.
While
he was getting parole hearings.
Does the guy, if the guy survives, do you change that? Yeah, we can talk. You know, if the guy lives, and let's say you do 30 years, now it's like, you know, we can talk. You know, you won't get 102 years if the guy lives. You know?
No.
Nor would you deserve that. You know, I mean, we'll see. You know, you can obviously change and become better people. It's just harder to make an argument when you've taken people's lives. Yeah. You know?
But that's just a moment where you go, okay, well, it's at least 25 for me. Where they heard his parole in 10 years. He had hearings. He gets one every 5 years.
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, no parole for some time, man. I'm gonna waste my
25.
time. I'm gonna waste my time, man. It's just like, you know, There's nothing you can really say at this point. It's like, we'll change that.
It's crazy though, because like at the same time, he's like, I was 16. You know, like we were all really dumb when we were 16, man.
He killed someone.
Killed someone. I agree, but for you to be like, no, I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. You know, like, oh man, imagine how that feels.
You stabbed him 5 times. You know, so you were going to kill. It just shows a different mentality for you. I mean, I ended up not stabbing people. You know, you ended up not stabbing someone. Most people I know didn't end up stabbing anyone. You stabbed someone and killed them.
Comparisons are hard, you know. But
comparisons are hard, man. But I mean, you only know what you've like, really seen. I don't know many people who've stabbed anyone at 16 in a fight. You know, they probably just got their ass beat, most likely. They just pull out a knife and stab them. Never been a part of a stabbing. Never even seen a stabbing. So, I mean, actually, I was trying to say that. I'm pretty sure I've seen someone get stabbed around Dunbar before. But anyway, before we even get to that point, I mean,
man, I'll tell you a crazy story, bro. When I'm a kid, I'm with Rick and
does it involve a stabbing?
Matthew Smith.
It involves a stabbing.
Getting pretty close, bro. But thank God no. Yeah, we're walking down the street with my aunt and my uncle, and walking out front of Catch 22 on Eastern Ave, if you know where that's at. We're right out front of there. And there's a Spanish guy. He's sitting over the back of his truck like this. He's just on there, and he's just furred. My aunt walks by, he smacks her ass, So then, like, she's like telling my uncle, as they're walking. So they take a couple steps, and my uncle's like, "What? What did he do?" Like, he didn't even know. And he looks back around, and this guy's like looking at him, and like we're just now like walking past the guy, kind of, And he reaches up underneath of his fucking car, like underneath of the wheel, over top the wheel, like this, and he pulls out a blade like this big, bro. Like the fucking a shank, like a made shank,
Who did that? The guy,
the Spanish guy that was on the corner, like this big, a made shank. It wasn't a bought knife, like it had like duct tape and shit like that.
What the fuck?
And it's like this long, and he just starts chasing my uncle, bro. And I'm literally watching two people run for I'm watching like life and death, Like it was literally my uncle's running for his life, basically. And this guy just got this evil look, like for some reason just wants to kill, and he's chasing. Thank God my uncle was a little faster than him and just was kind of pulling away from him. We all start kind of throwing rocks at him and shit. Like we were just trying to find big rocks and keep throwing them at him.
Beat his ass
just to keep him back for a second while the cops came and shit. They ended up coming up, catching him. Yeah, he did like 13 months. And then my uncle actually declined to deport him. They didn't deport him, apparently.
Huh.
Yeah.
They give you the choice. It's like, do you want to deport this guy?
Well, I don't know if it was to deport. It was to press charges, but he sat for 13 months. So basically, it did 13 months.
Exactly. Yeah, I got you, man.
But then they didn't press charges, I guess, and go through with it. But it was just like a crazy moment, bro.
I've never I've never seen some shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Never seen some shit like that. Never seen anyone pull out. I mean, I've had knives pulled out on me. I've had shit like that, but I've never seen anyone go after someone with the intent, with like stabbing.
Bro, I was that time, and I remember one other time, it was just a big ass fight at Steve Rogers, And I remember this so clearly, dog. It was fucking insane, bro. There's just this mass fight of like 12 people in his backyard. Everybody just throwing hands. So like it's just hysterical, And I look over, and Foley's up against the fence, and he's throwing hands at this guy that like is over top of him, trying to throw hands back and shit. So I just run out full speed, and I catch this guy right in his fucking ear, just like, pow, and I dropped him, And like as I'm looking back, like Foley's looking over my shoulder, and like I'm looking back, there's a guy with a knife like this, like coming at me in Foley's necks, like, and we both lean back, and Foley just starts fucking this guy up, bro, just like piecing him in his fucking face. And we get him down, like the knife's over there. Foley's fucking him up. This other guy comes over. We're squaring up with him. But I remember just like me and Foley always talk about to this day of like, it was like a Matrix moment, like it happens. So this guy, I think he was slow too. Like he was drunk,
Right,
he did it slow. But like in our head, it was like the slowest thing ever. I'm just knife like. You just like, yeah, what the fuck? Who's fucking pulling out knives?
Foley's just a fucking
Yeah,
warrior
Foley's
mode
like
right there, bro.
Fucking Foley was just a
warrior
complete
for that
warrior.
moment.
Even when he was over the fence show, he's still piecing this guy up, like leaning over a fence and shit.
You take a shit.
He didn't even need my help, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't even need my help. I just
You
was
see
like,
your boy fighting, just like,
bro,
fuck.
it's just chaos, yeah. Whoever you see, you're trying to establish an enemy. You're just trying to make sure you don't hurt friendlies.
Exactly.
That's all it is. You're just like, enemy. Ah.
Not my friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Free friendly. Get out there. Now you're in the fight.
What's I'm thinking in that group
You're
fight.
trying to keep your numbers up.
I'm thinking in that group fight, this is like, one of my most strategic people I need to keep up is Foley. Just like, free him up.
Exactly.
Let's free him up to do more damage.
Chess move, right?
Exactly. Strategic. Purely strategic.
Yeah.
Free him up to do more damage, bro.
He's pinned against the fence, I gotta get him off the fence, get him in space.
Exactly. He needs space to work, goddammit. It's just like, he's my bruiser, okay? Just like, I need to come through. I need to like support him pretty much.
I remember it was such a wild time because like the fight started in Steve Rogers' house and like none of us cared. Like it was just like this. It was this one boy and then these other three boys, and like they just all start fighting. They're just like dragging this boy like through bottles and shit like that, like a Western movie, And everyone's in the party doesn't even care. There's like 10 of us and they're just like watching it, and then like they just start hitting into people. And like they eventually started hitting in the Foley, and Foley's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Then other people are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Then everybody just start going at it.
That's the thing, man. It's like that's the thing. That's why people don't throw no house parties, man.
But there was a guy there who got stabbed like 3 times by that dude, bro. A fat boy, yo. Yeah, he got hit like right here, yo. His mouth was gashed open.
So that guy, you guys beat up.
I didn't beat him up. Foley beat him up. I just dodged the move.
But he stabbed a couple people that night.
Yeah, he stabbed one person a couple times.
One person 3 times.
Yeah, like 3. He was like tagged right here and tagged right.
So
here.
he was going for you. He was going for you.
He was gutting people.
He was going for you, man. He was trying to gas your lip, man.
Yeah, bro. That's exactly, bro. I always think about that. Like, bro, I'm just
Jesus,
fucking shit,
man.
Bro.
fuck yeah, man.
So sketch, man.
Oh, so I never had anything like that crazy happen, bro.
That definitely made me realize something that night. Like, yo, people are next, because like, and like I told you before, like for me in a fight, I would never even want to knee you in your face.
Right.
Like, I would love the opportunity.
Let's do some crazy shit.
And exactly. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, if we're just like, you're a dumbass, you're trying to fight me, and I'm just like, motherfucker, if I got that chance to drop knees in your face, I would like to think I could refrain myself and maybe guillotine you or something.
Yeah.
But like, that was the day that I realized, like, that person would need me in the face. You know what I mean? Like, that person would need me in the face.
Person would
I
kill
gotta
you.
get my kill.
The person would kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't give him the chance to kill you.
No, you cannot, man.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with going day to day. You don't always think about someone killing you.
Yeah, and it's easy. Like, someone could kill you so easy, bro. Right? It's all about how crazy someone wants to be.
We all have had those weird thoughts where you're just like, I could just fucking stab this person real quick. And you're just like, haha, brain.
But someone
good one.
legit could though, right? Like,
yeah, some people don't stop
like,
that.
If I was crazy, like right now, say I'm a crazy person, I'll go out front of fucking Nally Fresh on, on Pratt or whatever. I'm right there or something. Mass crowd right there. And I just pull out my fucking 8-inch knife and I just start stabbing people in the neck. I can hit 10 people before anyone does anything.
Yeah.
I could kill 10 people. You know what I mean? Just, and there'd be nothing you could do about that. You could just be walking down the street and not know.
I think about it just like you could easily stealthily kill 10 people in like a 30-minute time frame.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and you just dip off somewhere. You run off to the next block where no one even knows what's going on.
You could easily kill 10 homeless people.
Straight up.
Easy.
Yeah.
Nobody would even know at all.
And that's the thing, man. You don't think about dying every day. You're reminded about dying that day, man.
That's what's fun. Like we talked about, like being on the edge there, with like the wingsuit or something. Like that's
always
the fun
crazy
part.
with someone stabbing you versus like, oh, a freak accident happens and I die. Like I go hit this weird updraft, I die. But this guy's gonna kill me.
That's like what I've always said. Like I don't really care how I die. Like even if it was fire or whatever, I just hope someone didn't murder me.
Exactly.
I just don't want no one to take my life.
I don't want no one to take my life.
I'm okay with losing it.
Like the worst thing is just like, like let's say you get shot a couple times, your fucking legs are all fucked up, you're on the ground. Just come up and just like, and just fucking put you out.
Or just some dumbass shit like a drive-by and you're in the store and it hits you in the fucking neck or something.
Yeah.
Just some dumbass shit.
God,
bro, I built all of this right there.
That was even for me.
Exactly.
That was shit, man. Like, what the fuck?
I now want to kill the guy they were shooting at. That's not my enemy.
Just fuck him. Why would he put me in this situation?
Right.
Why would you ever go to a store? You're going to a store thinking they'll never shoot you in a public place, but here you are, and here they go, just lighting this bitch out. And it ricocheted off the fucking door.
Yeah, right. Some crazy
It's
shit.
like,
It happened so easily, man. Like I was saying with that other guy, where like it barely missed him, came right through and hit the fucking sunrise.
I mean, they die in a car accident every day. You know? I mean, anything, bro.
What about them terrorists with vehicles? Just hop a curb right over 30 people.
Yeah,
in a fucking box truck.
Just you find a parade, just take them out, man.
What's up? You're dead. You know what I mean? Like that's easy. That's easy. It doesn't matter. You can.
And it's so hard to stop something like that.
You can have 50 lines, or you can be the biggest gym freak in the world. You can have all the fucking Navy SEAL training you want. So you're just walking down the street, someone runs you over. Like it's just it. If someone wants to kill you, they can. If someone wants to go crazy and kill you, they will get a kill.
Oh man, like I mean, you think about it. Every time there's a mass shooting, you just think about it, just like, yo, someone could just literally pull out a fucking chopper and just fucking spray in any direction. And just mow fucking 15 people down. Like, I mean, like, I think about one of the craziest ones were like, with the Las Vegas one. You fucking rain down fire for what, like 30 minutes? Like, it was some crazy ass shit. We just fucking shooting on an open crowd.
From
just
a
like
top angle.
Yeah, exactly. Leverage and just just letting it go.
Out of multiple windows.
500 people, man. Like he ended up injuring. It's just like, what the fuck?
He killed like 50 something, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was actually I think it was more like 80. You know, I think a lot of people died, but a lot of people were injured. You know, he just fucking shooting. It's just so crazy,
insane, bro.
You know, it's just like anybody can do anything at any time. Anyone
the mosque, hurt the world.
The mosque shooter, it's just like he's just like anyone could walk at any time and just fucking light up this goddamn mosque. Anyone could come in this mall, light this bitch up.
But meanwhile, you won't go kill the guy that sent us into war, you know, or you won't go kill the guy that made the banks fail. You won't go kill, the corrupt cop. You won't go kill the corrupt politician.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But you go out here and you kill 50 kids in a school. Like, you're just a coward that's trying to hurt the world. That's all you're trying to do. When really, like, if you're really mad, go take it out on someone. Why are you mad? You mad because the pills the doctors gave you? Well, go take it out in the pharma industry. Kill some pharma bros. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Target someone.
Or get Skrully. Send a message to the world. Just be like, look, this will not stand.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
You know, just like, if you're going to go murder people, murder someone who deserves it, man. Don't go murdering random people. You have no idea who they are, you know?
Kids.
You know, go put that murder to good use, at least. You know, just like,
what do you think about like the Parkland shooting thing? Do you think I have the right? Right? Let's go. Well, let's not go down the freedom of speech roll because we've been here. But do I have the right to say that your kid didn't die and that shooting was fake?
Your kid didn't die.
Say you had a kid in Parkland, and I said there was no that was a government conspiracy. You didn't have no kid that died.
Kind of like,
fucking lie.
Kind of like, I mean, like, you see a similar thing with the Newtown shooting where people, go conspiracy theory on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Same thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, I mean, you've seen people. I mean, like Alex Jones.
With Alex Jones,
he was banned, blacklisted.
But Alex Jones was just the one that was saying conspiracy theorists.
Deplatformed.
There was people that were listening to Alex Jones are the ones that are terrorizing the families.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, do you have the right to just like, kind of, like, I mean, like, especially when you gotta reconsider things, is like, if you're just a guy over there, you're just like, it's conspiracy. There's a reason. I mean, you can say that, but when you get to a point where like you have a platform to say shit on, and you start saying shit like that, just like, I think we gotta tone it down a little bit, my friend. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, just like,
but there is the 1% chance that a government can do a conspiracy like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And now I don't have the right to call that out if I truly believe that as an American citizen.
I mean, if you don't bring anything factual to the table,
But you really want to hear my facts? Do I really have that? I have that type of. Is this? You know what I mean? They don't even get to that point though. Like everybody's just like, "Are you a fucking idiot?" Everybody's just like, "This is the dumbest shit I ever heard." These people lost their kids. Shut the fuck up.
And that's the thing.
But there is the 1% chance that, like, we know government conspiracies happen. That's a real thing. Government has plotted to kill Americans before. They do that. They do tests on their own people. They plan to kill their own people. They plan to frame certain people. And that's a real thing.
And I get you, but like with these things, man, because it's like, I mean, I don't necessarily believe Newtown was like a conspiracy, you know?
Me neither. Not at all. But what I'm saying is we have proof, right? We have Gulf of Tonka, right? We have the Cuban jetliner, right? We have the syphilis, right?
But
we have example after example that the government will do things to its own people. They have no problem doing it. They will kill their own people.
Yeah.
They have no problem. That's not conspiracy.
Well, and we get that, but like,
so there's 1%.
And I could give you that, but like, you know, like for me, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, you may have 1%, but it's just like we're gonna shut that down. You know,
but you don't feel like that at all when people say like 9/11 conspiracy. You don't feel half as bad because of the kids, right? Like that's what does it. But when people say like 9/11 conspiracy, you're like, well, there is a lot of funny shit. Well, there's a lot of funny shit if you look into those shootings too. And like I said, I don't believe any of those are conspiracy.
Yeah,
but there is some funny shit, and we've been known to do funny shit before. We've been proven to do that. That we will take the measures to where I will kill American civilians.
Yeah, and I get that, but I get that. Nothing. I get that, but like, you know, it's just like, well, are we gonna protect you to say whatever you want? I mean, it's just like, no. I mean, that's what we're originally talking about. We're just like, like I said, does it matter when like you have, you know, whoever's saying it? You know, it only really matters when you got someone, you know, with a huge following, you know, peddling this type of shit. We're just like, oh man. I mean, of course it separates it. You know, of course 9/11. Yeah, people do that. Alex Jones is a huge proponent of like 9/11, whatever, you know, whatever you want to say about that. But I will not have you sit here and like, you know, say this shit about these kids that died. And like,
that's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's the kids though, right?
You know, I mean,
it's the kids.
Like I said, it's always going to be a case by case thing where like, you don't take this one scenario and be like, all right, well, this is how we're going to paint every other one. You know, it's case by case when you come into things like this. That's what it comes down to, you know, like, 9/11, cool, whatever. You know, we're way past it. I mean, at one point, you know, for a while after 9/11 happened, you know, I mean, like it wasn't, you know, it was frowned upon to talk about that conspiracy. It was only with given time, you know, that, you know, really was, you know, started becoming accepted, and you know, you started talking about the conspiracy and then whatnot.
I get it, but I can prove that you're willing to kill your own people, right? You shoot down a jetliner filled with passengers. I can prove that you're sending this entire country into a false war, right? We got Gulf of Tonka. You lied about it, right? I can prove that you're willing to do these things.
Yeah,
right? I can't. Then at that point, I put nothing past you. That's all I'm saying. I don't put nothing past you.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think that was the government, but I put nothing past you. If you said the government did that, I would say.
I feel that we're like,
they do shit like that.
I won't put anything past them, but you know, it's just like, you know, when you come in to talk about. If it comes to talking about these things, you know, come with some, you know, shit. You know what I'm saying? Come with some like real, like, I mean, like, I think there's some 9/11 arguments that hold merit. You know,
there's a lot of fun.
What's something that stands out to you in particular?
I'm not good on those cases, but like I was gonna say on like some cases I do know, right? Which is like there's plenty of examples of people bring many facts, man, and it just doesn't get reviewed. For example, Columbine, like that, it is fact, like it is well known knowledge. That of almost everyone who interviewed there, right? That they interviewed for that entire school, everyone that was involved, large percentage of those people said that there was more than 2 shooters. That's not a lie. Like that's quote after quote after quote after quote. You can see that there was a few people that said people were on top of the roof. There was people that said that bombs went off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's like, there is cases like that where like that never got reinvestigated. That was never a thing. They just said it was these 2 kids. This is what happened. You know, the witnesses, that's not a conspiracy. Witnesses said otherwise. You know what I mean? There's a video of 2 firefighters right after 9/11 happened, right after the plane hit the tower, right? They're coughing. The reporter comes up to them. And they say, "What happened?" And the one reporter says, "We just heard a loud explosion. And then we looked up and seen the plane running into the tower." You know, that's a live video. That's the one that 9/11 conspiracists use a lot. That's a real video of someone saying they heard an explosion.
Right.
That doesn't prove nothing. That doesn't mean that that's a conspiracy at all. But all I'm saying is like there's shit like that where like that should be good facts to you, right? I'm telling you, 2 firefighters are saying they heard an explosion.
Yeah, and I got you on that. You know,
right,
I'm not trying to argue any of that.
But that would never get reviewed. That's what I'm saying. There's no court for that, though. That would never get reviewed. It's just like, bro, you think 9/11 is a conspiracy? That's crazy. Like that's how it goes. So when you go, you could do that with 9/11. You can do that with Columbine, right? Well, then you can do that with the same thing with this kid shooting. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody or anybody's family. I completely think that was some lunatic that did that. I'm not saying the government did that. I don't believe that people didn't die. No kids died there. I completely am with it all. Say 100%. But when you have certain things like that don't get reviewed, I'm sure there's similar things on those ones. I don't know to what degree, because like I said, I didn't do many info on that, but I'm sure there's similar things that could be reviewable facts that you would consider, but it'll never get reviewed because that's not a thing they do.
Well, I mean,
it's a government investigation.
A lot of what harms a lot of these things is that it seems that every event has this other side to it. It doesn't matter what the event may be. There's always there's always a conspiracy to be made.
And the problem that hurts conspiracy theorists is they never know when to turn down a conspiracy theory. They never, if you get a conspiracy theorist, right? They have a YouTube page or something. Every conspiracy they believe.
Exactly.
It's everyone. Everyone. The earth is fucking flat. There's no fucking stars. The government killed the kids. We didn't go to the moon. On and on. They believe it all.
Bullshit.
They believe it all. All of it's bullshit, right?
Yeah.
It's you never hear one that's accurately depicted. I believe that. I hate to say it, but the only one I can really think of is Alex Jones. Where there was times, Joe would be like, well, what do you think of this? And he'd be like, oh, that's bullshit, But let's talk about human and frog embryos or something.
Yeah, and that's
I'm not saying he was right.
Well, man,
but he did pick and choose, right?
What's the thing? It comes down to your credibility takes major hits. When you start talking about these frog dudes. I'm just saying, man. It's just you believe in some frog dudes. I'm really worried about what other shit you're peddling.
When you watch them, though, between Jamie's Googling and their conversation, they proved him right multiple times on multiple things. Human frog embryo. I don't know if it was a frog, but human pig. That's what it was. Human pig embryos. That was a real thing.
Yeah.
100%. He wasn't lying about that. And all he was saying was that, look, they told you it wasn't successful. Well, it was. That's all he was saying. Is that even really that crazy of a conspiracy theory? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I feel like if you told me okay, I can't believe the government told me they were doing these tests. Now that I know they're doing these tests, I don't expect for them to give me real results. You know what I mean? I know they're gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think Alex Jones is a pretty credible dude. I just don't. It's just he's the wrong person to be peddling some of this stuff.
Well, because it became the point where he's like Skip Bayless, right? Where he has to say all this crazy shit like this, right? But there is some truth into what Alex Jones
There's
says,
some times where, man, he just looks fucking insane, though.
Yeah, but the well, Joe talked about it before, the skull and bones things, right? Alex Jones was legit the one to bring that forward. He was the first person to ever get video coverage of one of their ceremonies. He has them burning a cross upside down. I believe it's a cross upside down or some type of figure, voodoo doll figure or some shit like that. And screaming chants. He's the first person to ever do that. That was a thing that was a conspiracy that Alex Jones cracked open. You can 100% research that he did that.
I'm gonna have to.
You don't remember them talking about that?
No.
It's a big meeting, where they say multiple people of this fraternity come to meet up and they do different sacrifices and shit.
Right.
Well, he went there to record to see if they were doing sacrifices. He didn't get sacrifices, but he did get them all chanting. I'm
gonna just have to see, bro, because it's
video you can look up on YouTube.
Any video. It's
This isn't something that's disputed with Alex Jones. This is something that he's widely given credit to.
I just don't know. I just don't know, man.
This is actually one thing that they give him credit to.
And I get it, but I just don't know.
There's plenty of videos you can look up of it's a true thing that the world's elite meet up every year.
I get all that, man. I just don't know with Alex Jones. I don't know.
All I'm saying is none of that was a thing before Alex Jones, bro. Alex Jones is really the one that started bringing all that to forelight. I'm not saying I'm an Alex Jones fan by any means, but there is some shit that he brought to light that people did not know about beforehand.
You get some things right, man. You get
some things right, man. Bro, if you're not a conspiracy theorist guy, right? And you get 1 out of 10 conspiracy theorists right, I want you around.
I was I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist guy. I'm just not. I just don't.
But Alex is. And if Alex fed me 10 conspiracy theorists and he was right on one, I'd be like, wow, bro, I can't believe one of those was right. That's so crazy. All I need is one. I'm happy. A conspiracy theorist? You can't hit them on all.
I mean, we've seen conspiracy theories become true. We've seen them come true. So, it's just for me, it's nothing that, just we'll see what ones come to light and which ones don't. Other than that,
but there's some shit that would blow your mind if you found out, right? If you found out there was a walking pig embryo or something human, that would blow your mind.
I don't think blow my mind. No.
What?
No, bro. Like it literally grew a. They literally grew an ear on a mouse's back.
Bro, that is like so far off of like the same thing.
They do crazy shit. You know what I mean?
I just described to you like a pig human embryo mixture,
and that doesn't blow my mind, bro. I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's like
what's gonna blow your
like
mind?
we've cloned an animal. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Just
we have not cloned an animal. We created a creature, a human pig.
I didn't say that was a clone.
Embryo.
I was saying we've cloned animals. I mean, just like we're gonna see some crazy shit. You know, I'm not surprised by like.
Gonna be hard to
I'm not surprised by some crazy shit. I mean, it's just like okay, human pig. Everyone's like, okay, why though? It's like that's cool.
Well, next we're gonna do gorilla.
You know, it's like it's cool you did that, but it's just like, oh, why? It's like it's why more than anything. It's just like, why would you want to do that? What was your objective at this point? You know?
Wow.
I don't think I said, but I just don't. Like, there's just things where it's just like you could always worry. I mean, like worry about like trying to know something that you really will never really confirm. I mean, like especially with some of these conspiracy theories, it's like
when I tell you that they get confirmed, you never care. Like they don't affect you. Where like for me, they're big deals.
I mean, I guess I'm just not surprised by shit, bro. I mean, it's like
I tell you, I tell Steve they got human pig embryos walking around. You tell me not fascinated. I told you. What if they say we didn't go to the moon? You say doesn't affect me. I say what if they found out in the minute the Earth is flat? You said nothing changes. I don't know what it's gonna take to impress.
I mean, it just doesn't. I mean, none of that is like. I mean, like
it's
I don't understand.
Mind blowing.
I mean, because this is the thing, though. It's like I've always believed and just it's just like you just question everything to an extent where you're just like, it's like, well, I mean, everyone always did question that, and then now it's the real thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? I mean, of course, if it was straight up 100% factual, we never went to the moon. Okay, that's pretty mind blowing. 100%. The Earth is flat.
There you go.
That's pretty mind blowing. But
you said you're not fascinated.
But I was just like, I feel like I would get over it pretty fast. It's like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like
we live on a disc.
This is the thing. We floated every possible thing in our heads. We're just like, some of them are gonna turn out and be like, are gonna be right. It's be like, wow, okay. On to the next thing, I mean, it's just like what? I don't understand. I don't understand.
It's gonna take a lot to impress people.
I just don't know what you're gonna give me, man. We've seen crazy shit. That's all I'm saying, man. We've seen crazy shit.
I feel like we're just gonna get to a point where we get better, and then we're gonna learn to teleport, and you're just gonna be like, I thought that we'd eventually teleport.
Eventually, I didn't think it happened this quick.
It's fucking mind blowing either way. Thank you everybody for checking us out. Appreciate it. Keep checking in. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate every single one. Love you all. Don't fucking cancel my fight.
That's the shit live. Don't cancel the fights. We don't want to do it. We don't have to fucking fight.